Y'all come in and set the door. Foxy Brown, the only woman that is set to testify in the Tupac case over what happened. Foxy Brown, who was a mentee to Jay-Z. Foxy Brown, in light that everything that's been on social media, has woken up after her slumber, sent a pointed message, and many people are asking, is Foxy Brown the only woman that can legitimately bring Jay-Z down? Y'all, let's get into this. If you guys don't know, there has been a lot of talk on social media over Jay-Z's involvement with his good friend Diddy. How much did he know? How much did he condone? How much did he see? What did he see? What does he feel about it? And a lot of people said some of it is just pure lies. Other people swear it actually happened. However, the one person that everybody can agree that knows all of Jay-Z's business from those days, the one person that has been involved in a lot of rumors concerning Jay-Z, Tupac, Diddy, and all that, the one person that everybody has been speaking on her name has broken her silence, Foxy Brown. And guess what, baby? People are saying that this could be game over for Jay-Z, or it could actually be the redemption. Y'all, let's get into this. Now, if you guys don't know, Foxy Brown finally posted something on her Instagram stories. Now, when I say finally, I don't know if I'm the only one that has been watching with bated breath to see what she actually said. But Foxy Brown actually posted this on her Instagram stories, okay? She posted a direct message from Marco Polo. He posted something, says, I don't believe in God no more. Then he said, that's why in the midst of it all, you're still alive to tell the story. There's no reason there's a reason you've been covered. Favored blood will stand the test of trials. She responded back, and this is a screenshot that she put on her stories, but she's screenshotting a direct message she had with Marco Polo. My story will shock you to the core. I don't play victim, but I had to step away for a minute for my sanity, or I would have been dead. Y'all, this is actually serious. This is some real news. This is somebody I want to hear about. We can verify Foxy was there. We can verify how close Foxy was to Jay-Z. We can verify everything. But not only that, she was in the beginning of Rockefeller. She was in the beginning around Diddy. She was in the beginning of all that stuff. And she was in the middle of when Tupac got murked. Now, we already reported before that prosecutors are actually going to call her to testify because Keith D, she was with, I think, Daz, or was it Corrupt? She was with one of the guys in the car. Keith D literally went and got the hammer, according to the prosecutors, in which the hammer, pow pow, he slid to his cousin, right? So he met up with Foxy. Foxy was in a car. She was sitting in the passenger seat with her man. Keith D walked up. Her man told her to get out the car. Keith D sat in the passenger side. They passed the hammer that was used to murk Tupac. And then he left. Foxy got back in the car. Now, why are the prosecutors using her? Because they are saying that Foxy can actually say that Keith D was actually in Vegas. His defense has been, I wasn't in Vegas. Now, on top of that, if you guys don't know, the Tupac investigation has expanded. Feds are actually talking to the Las Vegas PD and the Los Angeles PD because they're trying to work together to find out what happened to Pac. Now, interestingly enough, people are saying that Clive Davis, Arista Records, and by proxy Diddy should be very, very worried. Keep an eye on the scene. They are saying that the rental car that was used to carry out the rental car was a rental, and it was driven from New York, driven to Las Vegas for the Tupac thing. And people are saying that Arista Records, which is owned by Clive Davis, is what gave Bad Boy the start. It's all the parent company. The rental car was paid for or even rented out in Arista Records name. There's a direct link between the car that was used to murk Tupac and, just hear me out, keep an eye on the space. You don't gotta believe me. Just come back, and then y'all can, if I'm wrong, y'all can say I'm wrong, but keep an eye on the space. They're going to make a connection to the car that was actually rented or paid for by Artista Records, which was Clive Davis, which was Bad Boy. Again, does that mean that Diddy's involved? No, it just means we want to know what happened with the Artista Record things. Anyway, right? The investigation's being expanded, but the fact of the matter is all these rumors going on. I'm actually Foxy Brown said she's coming out to tell her story. We are waiting with bated breath. She said she had to get her mind together. She said if it didn't step away, it would have deleted her. She also interestingly said, I'm no victim. Now, some people are like, does that mean that nothing happened to you? And that all this stuff going around the web is cap? Or does that mean that you are not going to allow yourself to be considered a victim? And because some people don't like that title, and you want to approach it from a different angle about I'm no one's victim, but I'm going to tell my story and make sure that the people pay. You guys, Foxy was in the center of it. Foxy knows everything. Foxy was out there when they was wild, young, and free. Everybody in the male-dominated music industry. At a certain point, Foxy looked like she had struggled with her own issues and problems, but she is saying she is ready to go. Let me just repeat that one more time before we get into also how the investigation has been expanded and the federal prosecutors are talking to the LAPD because the car that was used for the Pox Murking was in Artista. It was either rented in Artista Records' name or Artista Records paid for the car. And there's actually rental car receipts to prove that Clive Davis, Artista Records, it goes to Bad Boy. Now, does it mean that they had something involved? I don't know. That's for the prosecutors to find out. But let me just read what Foxy had to say one more time. You know that they are going to call her to testify in the Keefe D trial. It is now uncertain with her saying this. I have heard rumors that she was actually called on to testify through the grand jury indictment. They are going back to 2008, but I have been hearing rumbles that they're going back even before that. Again, Marco Polo said, that's why in the midst of it all, you're still alive to tell your story. There's a reason you've been covered. Favorite blood will stand the test of trials. She said, my story will shock you to your core. I do not play victim, but I had to step away for a minute for my sanity or I would have been murked. You guys, I just don't know how else to look at that except for the fact of this could be game over for Diddy, for Jay-Z, and for everybody involved. However, and listen, Foxy was in there. She would know better than anyone. At a certain point, you got to start taking people's words for things. Foxy would also be the only woman that would be able to vindicate Jay-Z, the only woman that would be able to call out the lies circulating versus the truth, the only woman that could stand on her own too, and truly, because she is so well respected in the music community and in the Black community, she is, right? Because she is so well respected, the only woman that could come out and call a spade and call cap. It's going to be very interesting in the next coming weeks what Foxy is going to say. And people are saying that she is actually talking to federal prosecutors too. Why? Well, let's get into this. Um, uh, Sorry. Wrong phone. Let's get into this. Why do you say? Well, for one thing, the federal prosecutors, they are saying, are actually talking to the investigators in the Tupac case. They are expanding it. Let's also not forget that the Artista record link. Hold on. Okay, found it. Let's get into it. The shocking Diddy Arrest Twist. Sean Combs, feds secretly working with Tupac Shakur murder prosecutors over gangland activities. You guys, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're going to have to see what pans out, but it is definitely said that there is a shocking twist. Let's read this article. It's in Radar by Mike Boyce. They said the Murking trial of Tupac Shakur has taken a new twist as federal agents investigating rapper Diddy's blank trafficking case are in discussions with prosecutors. They can reveal from federal investigators have been collaborating with the Clark County District Attorney's Office in Las Vegas over the probe into Tupac's untimely passing in 96. Diddy has always maintained that neither he nor fellow rapper Biggie Smalls had any involvement. They said in 2008, the story is beyond ridiculous and completely false. Neither Biggie nor I had any knowledge or of any attack before, during, or after it happened. It's a complete lie. It is not known that there was any ongoing federal investigation related to the shooting. However, okay, uh, they are now saying that federal officials have been collating information by the Vegas prosecutors and their teams about wider claims and connections to criminal activity, gangland activities, and individuals who wanted Pac gone. This is directly after the raid. You guys, da 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 da. They said in regards to Tupac's case, the Clark County District Attorney's team has publicly stated that although the case is centering on Keith D, they are looking at any and all angles. They did say that no one from the DA's office is going to say at this stage that Diddy is being considered as part of the case. The priority is to build as strong an argument to convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt that Keith D is the shot caller. They feel confident that they do have enough evidence. However, right, they are not giving up on finding more and more evidence and witnesses. Again, at the end of the day, this case is heating up. Foxy Brown has come forward. If you are a early 2000, late 90s baby, this is your time to shine, because everybody that was on the cover of, what's the magazine, Wordy magazine or whatever, everybody that was on the cover of those favorite magazines, don't drag me, I was trying to make a reference, of those magazines are now coming back, and it is crazier and sicker than we thought. I'll tell you one thing, regardless of what happens in a pop case, and that's exciting enough, and the rental car and artists of records, Clive Davis and Diddy, the big thing is Foxy Brown has spoken. She's a reliable narrator. She was there. It is her story. She's never protected anyone. And we need to see, is this going to be a game over or a game changer? We already know it's a game over for Diddy, but is this going to be a game over for Jay-Z or a game changer? Let's watch this post, because I dare anybody to discredit Olga. Is it Olga or Inga? I dare anybody to discredit Foxy Brown, because at the end of the day, believe all victims. But when people tell you whatever the story is, we got to take this 100. But she said that the story is going to shock us. So something tells me if I was on Bad Boy, I would be very, very, very nervous. Okay. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.